Welcome into the latest edition of Extra Time. Look at this. Frank Leboeuf, Julien Laurens and Shaka Hislop. What are you doing, Shaq? Just nodding.
I'm saying yes to everybody being here.
Yeah, excited by it all. I notice your lampshades are a bit crooked behind you, Shaq, during the show. You need to straighten them out. Look at that one.
Yeah.
Okay, that one there.
Yeah, sort it out.
I will get my lampshade adjuster on it.
Is that not something you could do yourself, maybe?
No, I have a lampshade adjuster.
You're not allowed to touch the lampshades, are you, Shaq? Your house. Shaka or Frank, is the Arsenal fan base correct in treating Lacazette as the scapegoat for last night's defeat? Frank?
What is a scapegoat?
Scapegoat. He's the one who's being blamed for Arsenal's defeat against Liverpool.
Nah. He would have been a defender, has made like two big mistakes. He would have been, it's my cat. He's here. Look, she's Miami.
Oh,
yeah, he would have been hammered. But we all know that a striker can make a mistake and miss a chance, and he can be a zero one day and a hero the week after. So I mean, he scored a goal and missed one big chance to equalize. But it's not only that, what about David Luiz, kicking the ball, heading the ball in the middle of the park on the third goal as well. Everybody can be also criticized. So it's a team game, and I don't like to point every time you have a mistake or you have, in the other end, a success. It's always a teamwork, and they didn't work enough to beat Liverpool, I think.
God, I didn't listen to any of that. I was just suppressing any comment I was going to make about Frank's cat that would not be Disney friendly. Shaka, Lacazette, scapegoat, what do you think?
I think it's ridiculous. Listen, on the one hand, I understand you go to Liverpool, you're going to have a few chances, and you have to be efficient with your finishing. But in all honesty, I thought Alisson did well. There was one chance. His first that he seemed to fluff. He tried to dink, but I think the flag went up belatedly, so it wouldn't have counted anyway. And then the second, Alisson just made a good save. How about putting that down to good goalkeeping? I understand if you're Lacazette and you're disappointed, but I think Alisson just got the better of him.
Jules, with your Arsenal ways, who do you blame?
I certainly don't blame Lacazette. I mean, he worked so hard. He ran so much to press, to chase the ball. Often he ran just for nothing. He hardly touched the ball. Got lucky and scored that goal in the first half. And then, of course, there's that big chance to make it 2-2. I still think there was a huge gap between the two teams anyway. I don't know how much of a difference that goal would have made. And I come back at 2-2. But I think it's really harsh on Lacazette if you blame him for that defeat when Liverpool was so much better than Arsenal anyway.
Good question. Who is likely to win the Premier League first between Lampard, Arteta and Solskjaer?
Wow.
Let's go, Jules.
Go to me last, because I want to be last.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go to Julien first, and then
Jules,
Frank.
go. Jules is the expert.
It's a great question. Am I first, yeah?
You're first, Jules.
Yes.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
In terms of, I think a lot of it will have to be, will they get the players that they want or that they need to be able to play the game that they want and then get the success from it. I think on that level, Chelsea and Lampard have to be ahead of the other two. You could see the structure of the club is very different in the sense that they have one owner who clearly is ready to spend a lot of money compared to the other two who are working in a very different way. And we've seen that this summer, and there's no reason why this will stop now anyway. So I would think that maybe Lampard has that chance ahead of the other two. However, I feel that tactically, the one who's more ready is Mikel Arteta. I think you can clearly see the identity that he wants to give his team. You see the direction that he wants the team to follow and to go towards to, which I'm not really seeing that clearly with Lampard and Solskjaer. So between Lampard and Arteta, I would edge on Arteta.
I will agree with you, Frank, whatever your name, Jules. And I'll tell you why, because I think Arteta will win the league, but not with Arsenal. Solskjaer's not going to win the league with United.
That's a good point.
And the only team he's going to take after United is going to be lower quality than that. Same with Frank Lampard, I think. I think Arteta will get a better club with Arsenal, therefore will win the Premier League first out of those three. Frank Leboeuf.
I can agree with you. I think Arteta has less tools right now than Lampard and Solskjaer, and so he has the less chance to win a Premier League with the club he is right now. But maybe, as Dan said, maybe in the future. But Lampard has a big chance. Not maybe this year because you still have City and Liverpool, but he has a big chance to grow quickly, and it's up to him to find the right formula to when the old players will come back to become bigger this season and have the ambition next season to maybe challenge the two others and maybe win the league. So I would put Lampard first. Solskjaer, I don't give too much chances to stay too long at United. So I will put Arteta second and Solskjaer third.
Shaka, you have your wish. You're last on this question.
Yeah, if we're talking about those three managers with their current clubs, I think it's Frank Lampard, Mikel Arteta, and then Solskjaer third. But to your point, I can more likely see Arteta doing really well with Arsenal over the next 2 or 3 seasons, and then maybe inheriting the City job when Pep decides he's had enough. So if we aren't talking current clubs, I'm going to go Arteta, Lampard, Solskjaer consistently in third.
Will there ever be another title race in Ligue 1, Frank? How long until the other big French clubs like Bordeaux and Saint-Etienne are competitive for the Ligue again? And what's keeping them from improving? Well, money, isn't it? Money.
That's the right answer. So it's not much to say that Paris has the chance to have a country behind them, Qatar. And they are very, very rich. And when you're that rich, you can spend the good money and have the result you are expecting. And for the other club, they don't have that money. Marseille is looking for a new owner. Sometimes we hear somebody, but it's not very suitable to the club who has enough money. Lyon has a fantastic chairman, president, Mr. Olas, but I think there are limits of everything. He's doing great with the ladies, winning Champions League after Champions League.
Oh.
But the guys, do you see? You're going to see the fireworks. But I don't think we're going to see Bordeaux, Saint-Etienne, Strasbourg, Nantes in the future. So no. Paris can win the Ligue 1 for another decade, maybe.
Yes,
Jules will know that.
Lacking the sort of fireworks, isn't it, Ligue 1, that competitive spirit. You don't care though, Jules, do you? You just PSG win every year. This is what you want in life.
I can't even hear what you just said anyway, so just move on.
You're so much.
I like grumpy Jules. God.
What a brat.
Hey, you can tell he's turning 40 soon. He's getting grumpy. Okay.
Yeah, I've been talking about that. I was driving back from Liverpool last night after the game, and I got a message from Frank Leboeuf. I said, "Oh, Frank is texting me. That's great. It was quite late." And he said, "Happy birthday, my friend. Great. 40 is great age." And I was, "Thanks, my friend, but it's Sunday." But I mean, the attention is the most important here. You
nice.
can't always get your dates always right, I guess.
Hey, Frank's a busy man.
Well, I'm sorry. It's a schedule issue where I normally put all my friends, birthday, and I brought it wrongly, last year, and when I send it, I thought it was the right one. So next year, I won't wish you any birthday.
Yeah, don't bother.
No, it's great. It's great.
No, Jules, God, getting grumpy and grumpier. Spending too much time with Gab. Okay. Is there even one club that wants Mesut Ozil, Jules? If no, why? If yes, why?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't know. I mean, he earns a lot of money, and I don't think he's ready to take a pay cut. So whoever wants him would have to pay that money to start with, and then he hasn't really shown enough for clubs to be interested, I guess.
Shaka and Frank, this is a good question. What's the most memorable way a teammate reacted to getting yelled at by the manager at half-time? I would cry. Did anyone ever cry? If someone
No,
shouted,
nobody cried.
I would definitely cry.
I don't remember anybody crying. I'm trying to think. We've had a few like proper meltdowns between manager and player, but that's kind of
Right.
that happens
Just a
every other
shouting
week.
match.
That's not an issue. Tell you what, did see though. One playing with West Ham, Paulo Di Canio got brought down in the box. He thought it was a penalty. The ref didn't give it, so he insisted that he be substituted, and just sat on the field. Harry wouldn't take him off, so he sat on the field for a solid 5 minutes, and we just kept playing. Like seriously. So the game's going on. Paulo Di Canio is sitting on the field in the middle of the field, and people are just running all around him for 5 minutes. It's great. It was so good. It was good.
Shaka, a lot of your stories seem to revolve around Di Canio.
Yes, he was a character. He was a character, Paulo Di Canio.
Frank, half-time stories?
No, nothing really. I try to remember why Shaka was speaking, but nothing much that I remember. I just remember one thing that at the end of the game in Newcastle, where you showed not a long time ago, you sent me a fantastic video about me, being so bad, during that game and losing 2 or 3-0 or 2-1 against. It was Craig Burley scored a goal, and I made 2 big mistakes. And I remember asking Ruud Gullit the day before to have a day off, I don't know when. And at the end of the game, he looked at me and said, "Hey, lovely boy, you can count on me. You won't have a day off, that's for sure." I didn't cry because there's nothing much to do,
Shaka and Frank, what club did you regret leaving the most in your playing career? Frank, did you have any regrets?
Yeah, Chelsea. Chelsea. I would have loved to stay until the end of my career. I came back to Marseille. Of course, it's my childhood, I would say, a club, but I came back because my father was dying from cancer, so I had to go back to the south of France. And on top of it, John Terry was about to play and substitute me, so I had no chance. And the World Cup in 2002 was about to be played, so I had to go in 2001 and leave Chelsea. But I would have, if I could have stayed until the end of my career, I would have, and that's a regret. That's a big regret, yeah.
Shaka?
I don't have any regrets. All those clubs couldn't wait to get rid of me, so
Oh,
I just had to leave.
That's not fair. You don't deserve that. That's not true. I don't believe it.
my best friends speak French, so I'm trying to learn a little, but the pronunciation is very strange for me. Any tips? Shaka?
Go on, Dan. Go on. You go on, Dan. You used to live in Madrid.
I know. I got an E at French A-level. Learning language is hard. It is hard.
No, it's hard because you know what? Because it's hard because you have a worldwide language. You can speak everywhere in the world. You can speak English. So you're getting a little bit lazy, which is completely normal because you don't have to make any effort.
Mm-hmm.
You have to ask to the Dutch. The Dutch, they speak 4 or 5 languages. The Portuguese as well, even if they can speak in Brazil Portuguese, but they have the tendency to be. It's for them easier to learn another language. It's also hard for a French guy to learn English or German or Spanish, but it's even harder for the native English-spoken people to learn another language.
Jules, you just speak to your children in French, yeah?
I do indeed, yeah, I do indeed. But they correct me on my English pronunciation, so I think it's just fair that, you can learn all the vocabulary you want, but the pronunciation will always be difficult on certain words, whether you're learning French or English or other languages. It's so different, the pronunciation. I find some words where even my children laugh at me and say like, "Oh, you said that way." No, it's not like that. It's that way.
You should see my wife when the kids correct her English. It doesn't go very well at all for them. Okay. Shaka, when are you going to coach for TNT? We're in shambles. We need you.
I am staying well clear of everything that's happening in Trinidad and Tobago football right now. That's for another show all on its own.
Final question. If you were the coach of France, would you call up Benzema, and why or why not? Shaka. Jules?
If I would have never stopped calling him. That's as simple as that. I don't care the story, the sex tape, the Valbuena issue, the influence that, or the bad influence that he was under, Karim was under at some point in his career. He's just one of the best strikers we've ever had. I think it's a real shame that his international career went the way it went. You know, I can understand why Deschamps did it. I certainly would have done differently.
Frank?
Yeah, it's clear that for everybody that his talent is there. I wasn't there when so many problems happened between him and Didier Deschamps. I had the chance to meet him in 2008 and I had a discussion with him. He's an absolutely fantastic person, and I don't know if something changed while during that time and 12 years from now. But in football, in terms of quality, there is no better French player than him as a striker, that's for sure.
Wow. All right, guys, that is it. Thank you very much. Thank you for staying with us for the whole show, boys. We will be back tomorrow for more. It's the German Super Cup tomorrow. Borussia Dortmund taking on Bayern Munich.